Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachakadash. Double honors, as always, to the apostles and elders of Great Musa and rule well and lead the flock by example. And shalom to the elect that are, spread around the earth, man. Okay, the elect of the nation of Israel, the elect of Yahweh Shai, shalom. And you can see this article here. I'm just, there's different articles that are talking about this news where it says that they're basically making emergency plans where it says Britain threatened with South African style load shedding as electricity rationing looms. Okay, and this around January that they're thinking about this. And what they're doing is they're blaming the gas supply issue because of the war with over there in the Ukraine on the border. Now, when I saw this, it gave me I was happy because you know what, man, it shows you what it's a sign of the time. It shows you what we're in, and this is this first scripture that I was thinking of in Ecclesiastes 3 verse 1. It says, "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven." Now let's get to the point. Let's jump down to verse 8. It says, "A time to love, and a time to hate. A time of war and a time of peace." Okay, and really, we're in a time of war. We've been in the time of World War III. Okay, and you've got the man of sin, Esau, ruling over the planet. Okay, and what does he do? What does he do? Let's see what he does. This is part of prophecy of what he does. This is Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. It says, "And there went out another horse that was red." Okay. And the red horse represents the elites of Esau. It represents the Edomites, okay? And the horse represents power, okay? And the other one, in the Hebrew, means red. That's the Hebrew word for Edom, okay? And Esau is Edom. It says, "And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth." And that's what he's done. Constant war, okay? Constant war, constant turmoil. Why? Because the wicked are in rulership. "And that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword." Okay, that's why the culmination of this third world war is going to end in the nukes. Okay, with the Lord coming back with the so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Lord. He's going to come back in the heavens with the angels. Okay, you're going to have the war in heaven between Esau and his troops and his for lack of a better word, airships, jet fighters or whatever. He's going to, with his army, he's going to try and come up against the Lord. But one of the main things is going to happen is nukes are going to be flying, man. Okay, and the main target, different places around the world are going to get hit, but the main target, because you're going to have nukes in the Middle East, Israel, that land's going to get nuked. Okay, but the main place that's going to get nuked is America. The whole land of America is going to get burnt with thermonuclear fire. Okay. Now, these energy blackouts, man, it's another squeeze on the people. And these people, they're not ready for that. Why? Because they've been lulled into a false sense of reality where they think they're in a time of peace. Okay. Especially over here in the West. Now, over in the East, people are they're more used to that. Energy blackouts or rationing or whatever. In the West, that's unheard of. Okay, that's very rare. That people in Britain, for example, they're not used to having to ration the energy. The last time that there was any mention of any kind of rationing, not particularly with energy, I haven't gone and looked that up, but I'll say, for example, with food rationing, for example, right? The last time it was majorly done in the country was during the World War. Okay. So rationing is coming back. Food rationing is coming back. You're getting electricity ration. Things are having to be rationed. All right. And one of the solutions that these people are gonna present is what? The MOTB, Revelation 13 and 16 to 17, man. The mark. Okay, which that's what the main prophecy we've been telling you before this World War III really comes to its culmination. Okay, now let's go to let's just jump. Actually, we're in Revelation right now. Let me just swing through to was it Revelation 11, I believe? That's it. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and the second woe is talking about World War II. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. All right. Now, what's that talking about? That's talking about, bear with me. Bear with me. All right, and that's talking about World War III. Okay, that's talking about World War III. That's what the third world is talking about. Second world was past, being what? The Second World War. Okay, we're in a time where the Second World War is in the past. It's gone. It's happened. Okay, so this is all prophecy. World War One, World War Two, World War Three. This is all prophecy in the scriptures, man. Okay, and this shows the time that we're in. So what's going to be happening? It's going to be utter chaos, man. Why? Because when the power starts going out, first of all, the people ain't going to be used to that. And second of all, that's going to be an opportunity for people to start doing some madness, man. Okay? And I wouldn't be surprised if Esau has these agent provocateurs out there causing mayhem during that. Okay? Because that's what they do. Anytime there's some kind of commotion, they got someone there to do some madness. And for to make a situation even worse than it really is. And that's why the scriptures say what in 2 Corinthians 2:11 it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. So we're not ignorant, okay, of Satan. All right, which is the word Satan. It means adversary. And who's the adversary? Of the righteous, it's the wicked. And the wicked are what? The Edomites. Okay, the righteous being the Israelites. Okay. Bear me one moment. Bear with me. Yeah, excuse me. Sorry about that. Okay, so pretty much where was I? Yeah. So we're not ignorant of this of these devices, man. So this is just a sign of the times. It shows you that we're not in no peacetime. We're in war. We're in wartime. Okay, when you're having to ration things, and we know what it is. We all know, like I mentioned earlier with the MOTV, that's what it's leading towards, man. All of this is leading. All this chaos is leading towards that. All right, and when Second Ezra 13, 15, 13, 15. Hey, that's getting ready to happen, man. All right, let's read a couple of scriptures from here. Second Ezra 15, verse 14, it says, woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands, because there's going to be chaos. And people are going to be what? Basically having factions. They're going to be fighting against each other, man. All right, they're going to be killing each other. It's going to be, because you're gonna have what? You're going to have the emergency services. They're going to be overwhelmed, so they're going to have to call in the army troops, man. The New World Order armies. The martial law is going to have to be declared. All right. It says, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. So they're not going to care what the politicians have got to say. They're not going to take any care of that. It's going to be complete chaos, man. And the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Why? Martial law. Now we saw a glimpse of that, okay, during the pandemic when you couldn't go to certain places, man. It was locked off. He says, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed and men shall be afraid. Now, a lot of these cities, really these cities, man, they're really built for women. Apostle Gabar went into the metropolises, in his lesson before, Mother City. And, everything's about convenience. All right, everyone's used to just going into a room and flicking on the light. And, I think about the movie and you have energy, to do, you might be on the computer or whatever, or, the oven or whatever, man. Okay. Everything, a lot of things in the house, they need energy. Now, I just thought of the movie just now, Castaway, with Tom Hanks. Okay, when he's on a deserted island, and there's a scene at the near the end where he basically, and at the start of the movie when he's on this deserted island, he's struggling to make a fire. Okay, he don't know how to make a fire, and he's struggling, and he finally made it, and he was really proud of himself. Now, near the end of the movie, when he comes back to, you know, so-called civilization, he comes back, and there's a guy who just basically shows him like a flame, lights with a lighter, you know, and he just looks at the fire for a split second, and I just, you know, I was just thinking of that scene, because a lot of people take for granted the things that they have, the privileges that they've been given, because really, we're slaves to the international banking elite, man. All right. You know, and we're, you know, we've been given privileges. You can move there and move there or whatever, and people think that they're free because of that. They're under the illusion that they're free. Okay, whereas we know the truth, man. They can shut that off. That freedom, those privileges can be shut off like that. Okay, and that's what's coming. So this is going to lead to more and more chaos, more and more confusion, man. So Lord willing, the Lord takes his place out soon. Yeah. So with that, man, I'm going to say. Actually, I'm going to read this last verse and I'm going to close out. It says, "A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation." So there's going to be a time of great tribulation, man. All right, Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble. So with that, man, I'm going to say all praise to Yahweh, Bashim Shai, Bashim Makal Kadash. With that, man, on to the next one. Shalom. Shalom to the elect.